Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day, and I am having to get used to new software. Yesterday, I had, because I just loaded up and have it always ready, the old Logitech software for their web cameras and such. So that it was really cheap, it was old, it had limited functionality. It could like record videos, record audio, take photographs, and that was it. It's been a very deficient piece of software. Well, yesterday I got a push notice from Logitech, and that's out. The old software is gone. Now there's something called Logi Capture, and it is a full-fledged suite. It has some editing stuff you can do with it. You can put text, there's effects, and it's not quite optimized for my system. My system is not quite powerful enough to run it at the same state that I was running the older one. The sound may sound more mechanical because of that. When I was doing testing, the sound wasn't wonderful. I had to bump it from 1080 down to 720 for the video because it was lagging. So it's new software with new things it can do, and it doesn't run as well as the old software. Yay! So I'm trying to deal with that, so hopefully this is going to work out well. I hope. Past that though, it's been a day. So for the Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report, for the weather, it's been once again still warmish. I went out just in my shirts last night, and I was almost too warm because I walked to the store as well as walking around, because again, I, as stated, make this extra loop. I stated, this is like months or years ago, sorry about that. I make an extra loop in my walk at times, more so now because I'm not going to Walmart, where it adds an extra mile or so to the walk. And so I did that, and I went just and I checked on the post office, and I actually have a letter that I'd forgotten about, and so I'm going to block the name, but it's for, I got a letter that I'm going to open up, and it's from somebody in Germany, but for right now I'm going to not deal with that because I forgot about it, and I'm telling this story and I've forgotten already what I was doing. No, I went for walkies, and it was nice, but it was dry, and I was walking on the tracks, and I've got all kinds of animal stories I want to tell and such like that, but I will get to that. So it was nice, and it's nice now. You know, nice. It was sunny all day yesterday. I don't know what the weather's going to be like today. We'll have to see. Spider report. Oh boy. There's tiny spiders downstairs in my bathroom now. So thumbs up on that. Hopefully they'll survive. I mean, they were there yesterday. I forgot to look this morning. So thumbs up on that. The garden spiders, all three of them, are still doing well over in the corners and in the window. Thumbs up on that. And this morning, I noticed, because I only turn on this lower light down here the first thing when I come in, and I don't turn on my overhead light, but I noticed with just that light that there was one of the smaller body, longer spindly leg spiders just between the wall and the light fixture in the middle of the ceiling. She was just hanging out there. So I got my stick and I was going to try and move her, but instead she just ran toward the juncture between wall and ceiling, and she was carrying an egg sac. So I thought about it and went, you know what, that's fine. And I just sort of went like this with the stick to take down any webs that she had laid down to run to the middle of the ceiling, which I only took down maybe 25% with all the spider stuff. You know, they put webs everywhere. So she's still up there. I left her there. Thumbs up for that. A good thing. And let's see, weather, plague rat. Well, plague rat. I mean, we know plague rats. We know what they do. I mean, in Washington State, you're supposed to wear a mask, and everybody, they just pull them down, and it's why do you even bother? Just say, I don't care if you live or die, and wear that as as not even a mask, since you're not going to do it properly. Which ties into something else. I'm probably doomed here. I mean, it's bad enough I live with housemates, and so they go out. You know, they go to stores, stuff that you do, and so they go out and they meet people and impact others and then come back home. So there's stuff out of my control right there. And because our neighbors were having issues and my housemate needs money, she is now doing some babysitting and helping with their schoolwork. We now have 4 or so kids, from babies to like 5 or 6 or 8, running through the house. And of course, I have no control over what everybody in their house does. So I have no ideas what the status health-wise of the people in the house are, thus the kids, thus all I can do is all I can do and hope desperately it's not going to come into my house. It's out of my control. Oh joy. So thumbs up on that. Yay. Still though, one of the things, well, there are a couple things that I wanted to talk about. One of them really silly, some of them that I wanted to talk about. But one of them on the silly side is, oh boy, yeah, it's my Logitech software jumped in with your software may be having performance issues. It is not optimized for Logitech capture. Well, duh. It's 6 years old. It's 6-year-old equipment. No, it's not optimized for your new software. So I may have to uninstall the new software and then see if I can still use the old. Hopefully I've got it installed somewhere. But that's joyous to see when I'm recording. So yay. I may have sound from my PS camera or sound from the Logitech software. I don't know right now. We'll find out. I'm pretty thrilled about this. But as mentioned, I didn't remember if I was able to say the name. There is the game, Genshin Impact. It is a free-to-play game that a lot of people have been talking about. And I went and watched some review type things about the game. It's a free-to-play game with microtransactions. But it appears right now that if you don't want to pay to play, you can actually grind your way and do the things and get the things that you would be paying for. You can grind in-game currency. And it's not a horrific grind. People were able to grind through in about 5 or 6 hours enough in-game currency to buy everything. And it has way more than 5 or 6 hours of in-game content. I was amazingly impressed. The gameplay is good. It is responsive and it works well. It feels good to run around and do things. The graphics look good. Simple. It's a very simple style, but it looks good and it plays well. It's a collect-a-thon. I mean, you can follow the main quest fully if you want. I said I don't really want to do that. And I just ran around the countryside looking for glowing things. Glowing things are interactables, things you can pick up. I was finding chests filled with junk everywhere. I found critters that were like these secret things. You follow them, they'll take you places, and then you'll get more good stuff in an uncommon chest. I was finding amazing things everywhere. They put a lot of work into this. It is really, really good. So I'm hoping they don't mess it up or it turns out to be horrific. It does have some anti-cheat stuff that runs when you play the game. Yay. It is free to play. I guess there's some multiplayer stuff in it, so they need to have anti-cheat. Yay. So, but it's good. So if you're interested in games, if you don't have a lot of money to play them, this is a good free one. It is entertaining, and it made me laugh. It won me with its sense of humor. It's got a really silly beginning front story, but it doesn't count time-wise on my timer anymore in the place I'm used to. But at one point, you've got a character who's a little guide, and she calls herself Pieman and refers to herself as Pieman. But with others, they ask, like, who is this? And then you have choices. You can make your answers. One of the answers they said, well, who's this? And they were referring to the Pieman character. And the response that I could give was, well, I keep her around for emergency food. And it was right there. I was won on that. That was a good sarcastic answer. That was perfect. So yeah, I'm hopefully going to be doing some Genshin Impact because it's fun and it's funny. And again, you don't have to follow the main quest. It gives you quest markers. It tells you where to go. But it's up to you if you want to follow the map. You can go wherever you want on the map. So thumbs up for that. Double checking here on anything. Oh yes, I did have some things I wanted to talk about, like some animal stuff. Because the other day I was out walking. I told about how a couple months back there was like a field mouse that I pushed along the sidewalk so that it wouldn't go into the road, and it went into grass. And that was a good thing while I was walking. I was walking a couple weeks back, and there was a bunny that was just up on some stairs, and it started kind of panicking when I was walking because I was kind of close, but I quickly went away and it didn't have to panic, and that was good. So it was calmed down when I had left. Definitely a good thing. I didn't want to scare it. It was a good little bunny. I don't know what animal this was. Now, spiders are the ones that I always see that really freak out when I go walking. I don't know about other insects or arachnids and such, but there was this thing that looked like a beetle or an ant or some sort of critter, but I was walking on the train tracks. I stepped over it and it flipped out. I mean, literally, it flipped out. It flipped over onto its back and was scrabbling quickly to get away from me. The only things I've ever seen with eyesight that good is like spiders. It didn't look like any spider I'd seen before, but that doesn't mean a thing because there's a million different spider species out there. But it flipped out, and I'd never seen that kind of thing before. But on that, as mentioned, spiders have excellent eyesight. Not all of them. There are some tarantulas that just 2 inches. Anything beyond 2 inches, they can't see. But the smaller orb making ones and the hunters, they usually have very good vision. I was walking, and between 2 bushes on the tracks, I noticed some anchor lines in the light. And when I examined, followed along with my vision, it went to an orb, and there was a spider on it, big fat spider on it. And I stood there debating, did I want to pluck apart her nest, her web, take the anchor points down, and then continue walking, or was I going to go around? Spiders have excellent senses and excellent sight. She saw me looming there. If I'd kept moving, she probably would have stayed there, but I was looming, and she went from her web and quickly crept into the shadows for safety. And it was at that point I went, I can't do that. I can't tear her web down. And so I walked around and kept on going. If she hadn't, I might have plucked it and ruined it. But because she exposed her vulnerability like that, I could not in good faith tear her web down. And also earlier there, I'd been walking too close to the trees, walked through a web, accidentally blasted the thing with my fingers as I was freaking out. So the spider went whee, and the web got all torn down, and I felt bad about that. Because at first I freaked out, hey, human being, fear of creepy crawlies. And after I realized that I'd knocked the spider flying and torn everything down, I felt bad. I felt bad. But life is life. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, ADHD, mourning, and more, I'm sometimes lucky that I can even remember what my name is. So we have SSO Clan, thumbs up. There is Pizza Time, 53i, thumbs up and thank you. Kevin Dobson, greatly appreciated. WXT ASMR, thumbs up and thank you. Thank you. XIUSBBY, greatly appreciate. We have Flipbook Comedy Studios, thumbs up and thank you. There is Metal Winged Wolf, greatly appreciated. Nice comments, and I mean that sincerely. El Cajiros, thumbs up and thank you. There is Dana, thumbs up. Confused Owl, hey, I hope you did well on the driving test. And Kira Lemongrab, good to see you in the comments, thumbs up and thank you. Billy Mack, greatly appreciated. Maiden Canada, thumbs up and good to see you. We have YT Kim _ Carlan I, thumbs up and thank you. And then there is Probably High for 2069. I hope you are. Thumbs up and thank you. We have TAZ MSP, thumbs up. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Adrian Bryan, thumbs up. Gabriel De Los Santos, thumbs up and thank you. And then Sorrow Sigh, thumbs up and thank you much. Alan Covington, thumbs up. Christopher Thomas, good to see you in the comments. Stanky's Brick Films, I like the name. We have Ali Shabiri, good to see you in the comments. And Luis Santiago, thumbs up and thank you all so very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my PayPal, or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out without sending money to the PayPal, without becoming a Patreon.com patron, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well. I have not yet made up the new GoFundMe. My ADD has been fighting me like a beast on this. I hope to get it done soon. That will be cool. If you can toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up, and hopefully I put the subscribe to the channel at the beginning of the video. Well, now that I've got this new software for the Logitech, I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture anything with it while playing a game. How's it going to be able to record anything when I'm just doing nothing and it's having performance issues? I don't know if I'll be able to play a game and have it work. Anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. And please, wear a mask, especially right now. Very, very important. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Practice your social distancing. It's painful, but it works and is important. And of course, do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment. It is always ready to eat eagerly. It is always ready to heap its scorn upon you. It is not eager to do so, but it is ready. Black Lives Matter, and of course, justice for everybody that the black Jew I can't speak English this morning. The jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs keep brutalizing and murdering on American streets. I knew I could say it. It was just hard.